Hey guys, so this is going to be a quick tutorial. You're going to go ahead and insert an image from your drive that you're going to use for a portrait. So I'm going to just go through kind of real quick how you need to start this self-portrait. So you see I've got this picture here of myself. This is when I was on my out west trip. It was just the best picture I could find. What I'm going to go ahead and do is start using the polyline tool, and I'm going to trace around the shape of my head. So you need to start with that skin tone first. In your picture, if you're wearing glasses or a hat, a scarf, whatever, just go ahead and kind of start with like the shape of your head and your neck. So they will be kind of like one thing right now, and they're going to kind of look silly because they're not going to be completed after today. And what just happened here, that's a mistake on my end. I was clicking those points a little too close when I was outlining with the polyline tool. So it pretty much thought that I was just done making my shape. So it closed it off, and now I've got to go back and retrace it. This is like an unfortunate pain in the butt thing that does happen. Don't get discouraged if it happens to you. It happens to me all the time. So just keep working with it, and you'll get it done. But as you can see, going around through my head, my neck, my ears, and then I'm just kind of filling off where I've got my hat and my hair, because I'll get that covered up with other shapes. So I'm going to get rid of the outline, and I'm going to make a custom color. I'm going to try to get it as close to a skin tone as I can, especially mine. So let's see, I'm going to make it here. Okay, that's kind of ugly. I'm going to go ahead and just change it to what I had earlier. So this is a color that I made. You just go down to the bottom where it says custom. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to get the selection tool. I'm going to hold shift, and I'm just going to drag it off to the side. And you're going to do that with everything that you create. So you're going to be making that drawing of yourself and having the reference picture side by side. Okay? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go around and just get like the basic shape of my hat. So I can have that placed on top of my head. Just clicking around. Clicking at each point to set it. Just trying to get it as nice as possible. These aren't going to come out perfectly curved. They are going to have this kind of like diagonal, like geometric kind of design to it, and it's going to make them look really, really cool. We are not going to go as detailed as Pomeroy did, the guy that we watched who made them, so don't worry. Let me see, go ahead and get rid of this outline, fill it in with the color. I'm going to zoom out, and then I'm going to get the selection tool, and I'm going to hold shift, drag it over about where it is in the photograph in relation to my head. Yeah, so zoom back in. Keep working on this here. Grab that polyline. If I can get it, there it is. And I'm going to go ahead and now start with like the shape of my hair. Kind of make some shapes, get these like nice kind of like hair strands popping out like here and there. Because I don't want it to just be like a weird, boring kind of filled in shape. If you look really closely, I do have some hairs that are kind of like coming out. And it gives it kind of like a cool kind of like graphic style. Let's get rid of that outline. And I'm just going to give it a fill color right now. I'm not a fan, so let's make it that. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to get that selection tool. And an easy way to do that is just to hit the escape key. If you do that, it'll automatically select the selection tool, so you can just move things. It's like a little bit of one of those keyboard shortcuts I was talking about. They are great. They will save you a lot of time. Unfortunately, there isn't one to get the polyline, so every time you need it, you're going to have to go back and click on the polyline. But yeah, so now I'm going around, getting the strap, buckle, whatever you want to call it, the snapback part of the hat outlined so that I can take it over and just have like the basic shape of it. So I'm going to get rid of that outline, give it a random color. Works for now. I'm going to zoom out, press escape for the selection tool, hold shift, drag it over to match up, right about where it is. And yeah, okay, that looks good to me. Okay, so let's zoom in here. So you see my shapes don't quite meet up. So what I did with the selection tool, I double clicked until I got these like little nodes or like little anchor points. You'll notice the outline turns purple. And so what I can do is click on them when I get like the plus sign and drag them out so that they can fill in. You're going to have to do this quite a few times while working on this assignment, but it is totally worth the end result. It'll make your drawing look so much better and more professional and put together. All right. Let's see what I want to move on to next. I think that I'm going to go with, oh, if I could get the magnifying glass to zoom in. Yeah, I'm going to go with the glasses here. So I'm just going to kind of do the shape, kind of get that outlined quickly. Going around, round, and around, and around, and around, round. And I made a mistake. It's okay. Happens to everyone. You just got to press forward and keep going at it. You'll get it done. Don't get discouraged. I make those mistakes all the time. I understand that they are frustrating, but you can do it. I believe in you. But yeah, so I'm going to go around, get the frame of these sunglasses that I had to wear there in the desert. My wife actually wanted to take this picture because they were reflective, and she thought it'd be cool with the mountains there in the background, like in my sunglasses being reflected. But, you know, what is also really cool is that you can see her hands holding the phone. So, yeah. I also realized this is not a great picture of me, as it was a hot day. But, yeah. So I'm going to get the border done. And, oh, not what I wanted to do. So I'm going to fill them in with white. What I'm going to come back and do, going to the paint bucket, go down to custom. I'm going to slide the transparency down, click OK, because they are those clear framed sunglasses. Hold shift, select, drag them over, about where they should be, about here. And then you see they've kind of got that transparency effect to them. So now I'm going to just speed it up. I basically showed you what I really wanted to show you was like how to create a custom color and how you can work with the transparency. So yeah, like I said, just going to fly through this little bit here. I'm sure you'll see me make a couple mistakes. You'll see me tweaking things here and there, double clicking, moving those nodes around, making sure that they match up. And you know, you don't want to get like crazy into the detail. One of the reasons that like the paths with the polylines will close up is because you click a little too close. So it's like you're trying to make just like a perfect circle. You don't want to do that. So you see like with my sunglasses, they do have those kind of jagged edges, and that's fine. Got a nice gradient for them. Go ahead and delete that. Just remember, it's just a placeholder for right now. Bring my hair up to where it needs to match with the hat. And I'm just gonna start filling in. And this is where I'm also going to work with the order of things. So I'm gonna go to arrange and I send it, I go to arrange, order, and then send it back. So it makes it like the furthest thing behind. And you'll do that with just a lot of things. And you can select two things at once, how I did with my mustache, since I do have that weird part in the middle. Just click on one and then hold down shift and you can select the other one. It'll do the same. Now you don't need to do an outline for your nose. I just did kind of like a little dark shaded spot for my nostril because we will be using those shadows and highlights much like Pomeroy did to kind of like bring out facial features. So I want you to get just the bare minimum done today. So I'm doing my lips, inside of my mouth. Just selecting around that as best as I can get it. Just putting in a filler color. You know, if I need to, I'll change it later. Selecting everything. Ran my outlines, filling in nice color. Yeah, so there I am, kind of pasty looking with weird lips, but you know, whatever. So now I'm going to start work on the shirt. I'm not necessarily gonna like make it just like a squared cutoff or a blocky version. I am gonna kind of make it like a portrait styled or like bust styled design, um, just to make it something more interesting. And as you see, I did mess with the order there. I sent that shirt to back, but I had to bring it forward just a little bit. So, you know, arrange order, gonna have to mess with that a lot, but this is all you need for now. You're not going to be messing with shadows and highlights. Just give me a basic outline of yourself with flat colors. If you have any questions, we can zoom. I can share a screen and show you how to do it.